Hello, what is up guys? My name is Big Mooney and this is a little defensive gameplay on Nelson Bay, playing some rush mode there. I just started doing this commentary 2 minutes ago, and again I realised like 2 minutes into the video I was like, hold on a second, is this microphone even fucking on? And it wasn't, so I just decided there, I was like, oh shit. I just realised, lucky I realised that early in the video rather than talking for full 20 minutes and then going, ah fuck, because I've done that before. It's pretty stupid, I know. But today I didn't really want to talk too much about the gameplay. It does get a bit of, it's a bit of a competitive match. At the start here, the enemies weren't exactly, you know, there wasn't lots of them. It was like a half full lobby, and you know, eventually people join and it gets a bit hectic, and it gets really fun towards the end of the game. It gets real competitive, rather than right here where I was basically just picking off people that were approaching one at a time. But anyway, so today I wanted to talk a little bit about a sort of experience, if you want, a few months back, about January time. I thought I would just tell a little story. I don't know, I thought it was fucking hilarious at, you know, not at the time, but a few days later and stuff like that. This is basically like probably the worst that I've ever been, you know, drunk. The worst, like, worst state that I've been in while being drunk. I just think it's a funny story, so I thought I would just share it with you guys, since I've not exactly got millions of topics. There's nothing really happening as of late, so I'll just talk about this. So basically, you know, the day starts, right? We go to college, and you know, we do our stuff there and whatever. And you know, after college, we decided, okay, we're all going to go to the pub and, you know, just have a few drinks and have a laugh. You know, do that quite regular. It's a good laugh doing that. And everything was, you know, the same as usual up until a certain point where people started leaving, and you know, eventually it got to the point where there was only 3 of us left. All our friends, basically, you know, they just had enough and they're like, okay, I'm away home now. Just turn in and stuff like that. So it gets to a point where there's only 3 of us left. Me, right, my friend, and I'm not gonna use any names. I don't know why. I'll just leave names out of it. And our other friend, who is pretty fucked by this point, pretty wasted by this point. So he's like lying in a corner, like half shut eyes, like, oh, where am I? What day is it? And shit like that. And me and my other friend, basically, we're just sitting there, we're just talking, you know, having a laugh. And then these 2 girls come in and they sit at a table, you know, next to us, sort of thing. They're just sitting there, talking to themselves, and we're sitting there, and I'm like, oh, have a look at this here, what's going on here? And eventually, you know, we started talking to them and stuff like that. And I'm like, okay, we're in here, man, we're in here. And we're sitting talking to them, and our other friend, who's wasted by this point, getting no scope, bitch. He basically, I don't know exactly what happened to him. I think he may have been told to leave by the bouncer, but I'm not entirely sure. Either that or he just left, I don't know. Oh, watch this here, man. I come down here and there's these guys, and my knife fucking zooms me towards someone, so I've ended up in front of them. I would have stabbed them all, but I ended up, like, instead of knifing the guy closest to me, I ended up flying in front of them all, like, what the fuck, and then had to shoot them all. I thought that was pretty cool. But yeah, so he's gone by this point. We're sitting talking to these girls. We're sitting, you know, just having a laugh, as you do. And you know, the further the night goes, the more drinks get consumed, stuff like that. And it got to the point where I was pretty fucking wasted, right? There was, you know, there was 2 of us and there was 2 girls, and I don't know why, but the one that I was speaking to got really angry with her friend. Oh, my friend got owned there. But she got really angry with her friend. I'm not entirely sure why. I think it was due to drink. I don't really know. And then she just like got up and fucked off. So it was me, my friend, and then this random girl. And he's sitting talking to her, and I'm sitting there like, oh, what the fuck, man? This is just a total gutter. Not good when it gets to that point. So we're sitting, you know, talking to her. You know, I was pretty wasted by this point. This must have hit about 10 o'clock, and I've been in there since about, I don't know, 2, 3-ish. So by this point I had obviously a lot to drink. And eventually got to the point where I was, you know, a bit ill. in the middle of the pub, not good, into a pint glass. It was not a good sight. So basically I got told to leave the place, and my friend put me into a taxi to go to his flat. He gave me his keys, and basically, you know, I got a taxi down there, and you know, I got out. He fucked off with this girl. He's away. He's gone. Jammy bastard. But so I ended up like with his keys. I'd only been to his flat once. I've only stayed there once by that point. So I was like, ah, shit, I can't remember what flat it is. So I'm standing there, I get out of this taxi. In fact, I was sitting in the taxi, and the taxi driver had to actually tell me to get out. So like I knew where I was, sort of thing. I didn't even know I was there. So fucking UAV killed me there. But yeah, I got out, and it's snowing, because remember it's January, so it was snowing by this point, and I'm sort of looking around, going, oh fuck, I don't know where I am. It's cold, and I don't like this. So I was like, okay, I need to find out where the fuck he stays. So there's this big like sort of line of these tenement buildings and shit like that, and there's like an orange hall across the road. For anyone who stays in Glasgow, he stayed in Kinning Park at this point. He's moved since then. So I was in this fucking place that I don't know, and I go, right, okay, I'm gonna guess that one, and I don't know how I got into this tenement building. I managed to make it in somehow. I think the door was open or something, but yeah, I go climbing the stairs, and I'm looking about with these, like, the front doors of people's houses, going, what fucking house is that he stays in here? Looking at all these houses, all these like these doors, and I just go, oh no, I don't know where I am, man. So I just like sat down on the stairs and used my bag as a pillow, and I started lying there on the stairs, just like, fuck. Man, because I was completely wasted by this point. So I'm like lying there on using my bag as a pillow, sort of just chilling there. I must have been there for about half an hour, and then this random guy that lives there, comes walking up the stairs. It's like, I don't know, it must have been about 2 o'clock, half 2 by this point, and he walks up the stairs, and he's like, mate, what the fuck are you doing on my stairs? And I was just like, I can't find my friend's house, don't know where I am. Just like, you can't stay there, piss off. So I just get up like, okay, walk outside again, go back down all the stairs and go outside, and I'm standing out in the snow again. It's fucking freezing. It's like 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, and I'm like, I don't know where I am. So I was like, I'm gonna check this flat out, this tenement building, and I go into another one. Again, I don't know how the fuck I got in, but I managed to get in. I went up all the stairs again, and I was sitting looking around, and I'm like, oh, okay, I really don't know where I am. And I think I sat down on some stairs again. Didn't lie down this time, but I was sitting there for must have been about 15-20 minutes, just sitting there like, oh my god, I'm fucked here, man. This night has taken the turn for the worse. So I'm like looking about, and I go, yeah, I better off going outside and phoning my friend to see where the fuck he lives. So I go outside and I phone him up, and he's like, it takes a while. I think it takes a couple of tries before he actually answers the phone. And he's like, oh, what the fuck do you want? I'm just like, I'm standing outside, it's freezing cold, it's snowing, I don't know where I am, I've got your keys, and I don't know where the fuck to go, could you tell me where to go? So he directs me towards this like sort of new, like not brand new, but a newer built sort of building, sort of flats and stuff. So I go up to that, and I'm holding this little stupid, you know those little plastic key swipe things? It's not a card, but you sort of put it up to a light, and it sort of just beeps you in. Well, I've got that, and I didn't know what the fuck it was. I was wasted by this point, like I says. So I'm like, I don't know what to do. And he's telling me to open his front door of the flat building. And I was pressing the thing I was supposed to swipe it on. I was sitting pressing this fucking button. Just like, oh, it's not opening. Pressing like the keypad buttons and shit like that. And I'm like, what the fuck, man? It's not opening. And he's like, you need to swipe it, you fucking idiot. I was just like, dude, and it opened up, and I was like, oh, right, cool, right, thanks, I'll see you later. And I hung up, and yeah, he told me that his flat name, his flat number and shit like that. So I go up the lift. It's on like the 2nd floor, and I get to the front door of his house, and I'm like, right, this must be his. So I've got his keys in my hand, and I start putting the keys into the door, and I start turning it, and I go click, click, click. I'm turning the fucking thing, and it wouldn't open. I'm sitting there trying to open the fucking door, and it wouldn't open for me. I'm like, no, what's going on? And I'm sitting there at this door for, it must have been about 5 or 10 minutes, turning this key, other directions, everything. I couldn't open the door to save myself. Well, look at this here, right? Okay, I'll come back to the story in a second. Look at this here. I detonate my fucking C4. Those 3 pieces of C4 are mines, right? That one on the right detonates. What about those 2? Why are they not detonating? What's the point in that? That's pretty shit. And I end up getting shot because of it. But yeah, so I'm just turning this key and it wouldn't open the front door to his house. And I'm sitting like, oh no, why? Is this the wrong house? And I'm like, I sat down on the ground outside his flat and I was just sitting there. And I was just like, oh fuck. I don't even know if this is the right door. I don't want to go phoning them up again because it's like 4 o'clock by this point. Time flies, man. So I get up and I'm like, it's one of these fucking doors here. I don't know what one it is, but I think it's that one. But I was like, I'm going to try this one over here. So I go up to a random door and I was just start trying to put the key in. And I was like, oh, it doesn't work. It didn't fit at all. So I was like, it must be that one over there. So I go over to it again, start turning it again. Couldn't get it. I was like, lay down on the ground, and I must have been lying, sleeping, and like I think I might have fell asleep for like half an hour on the floor in the middle of a fucking tenement building, lying on my bag, just sort of fucking chilling there. And then eventually I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna get into this fucking house. So I put the key in again, and this time it somehow fucking worked. I don't know what I was doing wrong the first time. I just turn it, click, open. I was just like, oh, right, cool. I'll just go in now and I'll fucking go to sleep. So when I eventually do get into the house, I'm sort of like, you know, looking about these, you know, there's an empty bed in one room, and then I was like, oh, I didn't know it was empty at the time because it was sort of fucking messy, so I was like, oh, there might be someone in that, I don't know. So I poked my head in another room, and there's a fucking guy lying sleeping. There's someone in the house. Like, his roommate's in the house. It turned out that the guy had actually phoned up my friend during the night when I was trying to open the door and said, there's someone trying to open the door, and he just said, but you know, my mate said, oh, that'll just be Paul. Just ignore him. What? Fucking open the door for me, man. So yeah, so there's his fucking roommate lying sleeping in his bed. And I've just struggled for like 2.5 hours to open a fucking door. But I saw the empty bed. This is a stupid, really stupid part, right? I saw the empty bed, but instead of going to that, I fucking go and I go, oh, I'm just having this couch. Take the most uncomfortable couch imaginable and just like KO'd on it. Man, that was a fucking... I was not, you know, at my full potential that night. I was not exactly all there. Oh wait, yeah, look at this here. I ran over and I was like, oh fuck, and just blew up in my face. Not good, man. Yeah. But that's pretty much the basic story there. I don't know, man. Have you guys got any other, like, any drunk stories about it? That's the worst that I've ever been in terms of being drunk. I was like staggering about the streets and shit. Not good, man. I mean, of course, there's people that are obviously going to have much wilder, you know, sort of experiences when it comes to alcohol. I mean, look at Ryan Dunn. He plowed himself into a fucking wall or something at 110 mile an hour with a car. Are you stupid? Pretty shit about that, Ryan Dunn dying and stuff like that. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. Yeah, so, I don't know why I mentioned that there, actually. That was a pretty weird thing to go into there. No, but, like, that's the worst that I've ever been when it came to alcohol. If you guys get any other stories, obviously there's going to be a lot of people watching this that are not of age. And alcohol is bad. Stay in school, kids. No, alcohol, man, is... I don't drink a lot of it. I'm not a massive drinker or whatever. I know I'll go and hang about with my friends sort of, you know, quite often and just, you know, go to the pub and stuff like that. Go on nights out or whatever. But... you know, that's by far the worst I've ever been. You know, I've been drunk plenty of times, but that's the first time I've been fucking wasted. So, yeah, my friend was talking about one time he, like, just a stupid random little thing. He, like, came home and he tried to, you know, sit on his couch and completely missed it and fell on the floor. Fell and, like, banged his head off the floor like a tit. But yeah, I just thought that was a funny story to tell. I thought I might as well share it. It's some life experience type thing. I don't know, man. Yeah, so I mean, that's not even the weird thing, right? The fact, like, 2 weeks later, it was my birthday. I turned 19. And that night, I probably had more to drink on my birthday than I did then. But on my birthday, I wasn't even... Well, I was a bit drunk, but I wasn't that bad. I mean, on my birthday, a couple of my friends kept buying me lots and lots of shots. I'd done about 15 or 16 of them in about an hour and a half-ish. And I wasn't even, like, ill or nothing, man. I had, like, a lot to drink that night, but I was not even remotely drunk. Well, I was a bit drunk, but not fucking staggering all over the place and struggling to get through doors and stuff. Eat a bullet, bitch. But yeah, I just thought I would randomly tell you that story. Tell me what you think. I don't know. But yeah, so go back to the gameplay of Bad Company 2 here. It's getting a bit hectic and stuff. I'm running about with the Gall sniper rifle with a 4x zoom. Pick up someone's G3 there. But for some reason I decided at the time, I was like, you know what, I'm going to try out this sniper rifle and see if I can actually use the thing. And I got some nice shots actually. It's not that difficult to use. I can perform decently well with it. I'm by no means like any good with the sniper rifle, but I seem to, do not too bad with this here in this game. And here I get the last kill, epic diffuse right at the end there, and I get the last kill. That's pretty cool. But yeah, I don't usually use those types of sniper rifles or whatever, but I thought I would, try it out. Yeah, especially in that last bit of the map there, that's really compact and there's lots of fucking shit going on. I go 37 and 14th. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a a comment telling me about, I don't know, something that might have happened to you in your lifetime or something, and a rating, please. So see you guys next time. Hope you enjoyed. Bye.